Hi fitness friends, this is AquaFIIT Coach Stacy and welcome to my Tidal Wave Kickboard Cardio and Toning Workout. We're going to begin with a warm-up and we will be using the board to get comfortable with the positions, so feel free to put the board to the side if you're not ready for it. Otherwise, a gentle grip on that board today. Let's just start stirring our board at the surface as we're jogging. We'll start here over on one hand. We're just going to stir on one side, about 4 or 5 big circles there. Keep the shoulders down and relaxed, and then take it to the center with both hands on the board, stirring around. And then let's go ahead and switch it to the other hand, so about 4 or 5 stirs on the other side. Bring that board back to the center, keeping it flat in a platter style in front of you. We're just going to go ahead and push and pull the board forward and back. Now this is a platter push out at the surface. This is the least resistance here because it's just skimming across the surface. We're going to push those boards into an angled V shape, so off into an angle to the right and to the left. You can push it in a wide fashion like I just changed here. Wide is going to give you a little bit more resistance. Let's work those legs a little bit more, bring those heels up a little higher behind. To add a little bit more intensity, you're going to push that board down just a little bit deeper under the surface, so now we have a little bit more resistance. As we're working with the board today, we're always trying to remember to keep those shoulders down. Now, let's go ahead and change our legs into some jack legs. With both hands on that board, you're just going to push and pull it forward and back. Again, just push away from you and then pull back and keep those jack legs going for a bit. To warm up our sides a bit more, we're going to angle those pushes into that V shape again. Bring those feet back into a jog. Strong posture here. And we're just going to stir the water with the board again. So we're trying to stretch those arms out as we push it away and then pull it back. Let's reverse the stir direction. Slow the board down to center and ski the legs, and let's take the board into a push-pull, platter style right in front here. Push-pull as you ski. Take that platter a little deeper under that surface, add some more resistance. Hop wide into pendulum legs. That's where your legs tick-tock right, left. So we're trying to keep the legs wide as we do this. And we're going to sweep the board opposite of the leg that's lifting. So if the leg lifts on the left, the board goes to the right. Try to stretch the sides even more by going a bit bigger. Great job, everyone. Take that back down into a gentle jog. We've completed our warm-up. The next section, we're going to go a little bit bigger and stronger. We're going to make some waves, so note that using the kickboard will probably get your hair wet. Using the board in the next section is going to cause waves, which is going to cause a lot of splashing, so be prepared. But the turbulence is going to help to make us that much stronger. So let's go ahead and start with a strong jog here. Get those knees up a little bit higher in front of you. The board is in a wide tombstone position, and we have that board going side to side. We are stabilizing through our middle. Shoulders are down. Change it to jack legs, so open and close, out and in. There you go. And we're going to keep that chest straight forward, hip bones forward, and we're going to have that board going side to side, again in the same position as before. We're just going to test our core strength. Hop into some ski legs here. Keep those shoulders down. Brace those abs again. And give me a push and pull forward here. Now I want you to push and pull, and that board is going to make the water very challenging here with the push-pull, so it's going to make you want to move around a bit. So I want you to use strong posture. Try to stay your ground, and I want you to use as much effort as possible to push and pull in both directions. Strong push, strong pull. Keep skiing those legs. Let's take that board, sweep it side to side right there. Great. Now shoulders are still down, abs are still engaged, and now you're going to feel your core a bit more. You're going to feel that balance being tested here. Now if you're feeling you're like a little bit more, we're going to change it into a lazy figure 8 shape here. So we're going to sweep it down on both sides a bit more. I want you using the full upper body to get that board to go down a bit deeper. Be careful that we're cognizant of our legs, that we don't hit into those knees with that board. I'd like everybody to do some big, strong breathing right here. Take it back down a notch into those ski legs. And let's bring that board into a platter position at the surface. You can still sweep it side to side at the surface. There you go. Again, shoulders relaxed. Again, this motion is going to really test your balance and your core strength. So with the skiing going on and those arms moving in opposition here, we want to keep our middle very strong and stable. All right, let's take that board and push it forward. Push, pull here. Keep pushing and pulling straight forward in that platter position, still skiing. Wonderful. Take it into a jog. Rest your hands for a moment. Roll those shoulders back. Reset your posture. Again, form is very important when we are using our equipment in our pool. So strong push-pulls. Straight forward at the surface here. Strong push-pull, push-pull, push-pull. Nice and quick. You can join me by bringing it into one-handed push-pull off to the side. So right here, I'm just holding it over in my left hand. Push-pull. And you can hold it wide, or I have it in the narrow version. So either way, you can do that to feel the resistance. Hand on the board, flat, or grabbing if you have a handle, whatever you have control of with that board. While keeping those legs going, bring the board to the other side. Switch hands here. Strong push-pulls on the other side. Bring the board back center so both hands are on there. And we're going to do a push-pull with a little tilt. So I want that more in an upright position. I want that push-pull, and I want it deeper in the water this time. So we're going to be really moving a lot of water, putting a lot of effort into those pushes. Like I mentioned before, all this pushing and pulling with the board is causing splashing. It's causing turbulence. This is where you're probably going to get some wet. Okay, let's take that board side to side. Higher knees here, side to side. And it's still wide, or you can bring it upright if you prefer. And I'm going to go into that figure 8, that lazy down on both sides. Keep that jog strong. Okay, keep that jog strong. Let's bring that board back to the surface. We're just sweeping right, left again. And remember, it can be platter style where it's on the surface. It can be just below the surface, or you can even have it in the upright tombstone position where it's going to be a little bit less intensity. Now, I'm going to change it back into those angled pushes to the rights and to the lefts in that V shape there. Again, you're pushing away and it's wanting to take you with it. So I want you to stay your ground. As you push away, stay in that spot that you're jogging. Let's change your legs into pendulum legs. Remember, that's the TikTok motion, wide legs. And the board's going to sweep across at the surface, opposite of the leg that's lifting. Hold your board upright in a wide tombstone position and sweep it even bigger. I want you to try to reach through those sides, everybody. If you're wanting more, let's take it to that lazy figure 8. Come on, let's dive it down even deeper. Let's stay here a little longer. We want that cardio rate up just a bit. Slow it down some. Board just goes side to side at the surface. And then take that board. So we're doing a push and pull in the front. Push and pull, platter style. Let's add those V-shaped angles, because on those V-shapes, I want you to reach even further away. Stretch and pull back strong. Remember, the bigger you go, the more you need to use those abs. Pull them in, tighten it up, relax those shoulders. Look at all those waves. Isn't it fun? Take it down into a jog, but let's put that right foot a little bit more forward because we're setting up for our rockers on the right. Let's do right knee up, left heel behind, right knee up, left butt kicker, push, pull, platter style right there at the surface. With my rockers today, I'm staying in more of an upright position because I'm doing a push and pull. So you don't have to lean so much. I just want that knee up, the heel up, and a big push pull in the front. Use your abs, whole upper body to give that push. I want to see those waves again. All right, let's lessen the intensity for just a moment. More platter style here. And now we're gonna take that platter and we're gonna do a big stir. On those big stirs, I want you to reach out. Big reach, use your abs to reach and then pull back. So big stirs. Last one, and then back to a jog. Roll those shoulders back, find your left foot, bring it forward, left offset jog. And again, this is gonna become a rocker. So remember, rocker means left knee up, right heel up, left knee, right butt kicker. And we're gonna do that push, pull, platter style first. Strong push pulls, then start pushing it with the board in more of that tombstone shape. So we're pushing more water. You're gonna feel it even more. Try really pushing. We want to move a lot of water with those pushes. Slow it down a little bit into the platter style, and then when you're ready, let me see those big stirs. Come on, reach through them. Finish it up. There you go. And then let's take those down into some jack legs, everyone. We're going to hop those legs outs and ins. Let's get those shoulders relaxed and down. Start with gentle push-pulls of those platter pushes. Change the platter into that wide tombstone push. Strong push, strong pull. Remember, both directions. Remember, your option is always to go into that upright, tall posture with the board too for less resistance. When you're ready, let's add those pushes into our V-shaped angles. So out to the right center and then out to that left center with those jack legs still happening. Is your pool looking like there's a tidal wave happening yet? Mine, I got splashed. I can't tell you how many times I got my hair wet in this recording. If you want even more splash and bigger waves, angle some of those pushes towards the side of your pool. You'll really see those waves happening then. Great job. Take it down a notch. Give me some jack legs here. Rest the upper body for a moment. And then let's bring the board to the left side. We're on one side. We're going to keep jack legs and we're going to do some arm pull downs. Now I have my arm over top the board. My other arm is just assisting as we pull down. So I'm just taking my shoulder and then pulling down. My elbow stays bent on these. We're going to see these in toning in a little bit here. So do your best. If you can't, just keep with some kind of jack legs. So just pulling the board down towards your rib cage. The downward pulling motion is going to push your body upward, make you more buoyant. So try to keep those shoulders relaxed. When you're ready, go ahead and switch to the other side. Only a couple more and then we'll be finished with our cardio portion. Take a moment to pause and get a water break, rest those muscles, rest those shoulders, and come on back. We're going to get ready to do some toning, strengthening our muscles next. I'd love it if you take a moment to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. And then let's go ahead and get started with those toning exercises. Our first exercise is strengthen the upper body, especially the arms, triceps, and biceps here. We're going to start in a staggered stance. You can have those palms on the top of the board in a wide fashion, and we're going to bend and extend the elbows. So start at a 90-degree elbow, bend and extend, push down to the floor, and then come up to the bent position. And we're going to really focus on exhale as we push down and control both ways. I like to keep my fingers wide so I have really good control of my board. If you feel like you're not in complete control of the board, please use a gentle grip on the edges of the board and hold the board so that way it doesn't come up. We don't want anybody to get injured with the board flying up out of the water, right? So use control and use that good posture, everyone. Here's our exercise from just a little bit ago, working our shoulders. We're going to hold the board under one of our arms, and I have it in a narrow position there. I have my elbow bent, and my forearm is resting on the board. I have a gentle grip on the board, and I'm going to squeeze the board down towards my rib cage. I'm in a staggered but grounded position, and I'm squeezing the board down and then coming back up to the surface. So I'm working my shoulders and my abs here, my balance, a big squeeze with an exhale as you come down. Again, firm, but also gentle grip on that board. When you're ready, we're going to switch to the other side, doing the same thing. Make sure you're using your best posture, and make sure the shoulder's not doing all the work. So the arm's pulling down, and I'm not leaning into it is what I'm trying to say. So we're kind of just squeezing down and staying nice and tall. Into strengthening our chest and upper body. Board is in a wide tombstone fashion. I want you into a grounded stance. I want you to push away, strong, powerful push. And then I want you to pull back, tilting the board so it's very gentle to pull it back. Strong and powerful, upright, tombstone board there, and then pull back with a little tilt so that way you don't feel it so much on the pullback, only on that big push. If those are some powerful pushes, you're going to find yourself fighting to stay grounded. So you'll know that you're pushing really powerful if you are. Okay, great. Let's focus now on the back of the body. Now I want you to find that grounded position again. We have it in the wide tombstone position. One hand is all the way on the end of the board and my arm is long, and I'm pulling back. So I'm thinking about pulling back, squeezing on the side of the long arm. So I'm squeezing the shoulder blade. I'm pulling back, doing a wide pull back. Now if that bothers your shoulders, you can always do a upright tall tombstone position for less resistance as well. And whatever fits your shoulders, I would say too, to pick that position. I want you to feel it in the squeeze of the shoulder blade back. So we're doing it all on one side first. Once you're ready, we're going to do that same thing on the other side. So lengthen the arm on the other side. I want a strong pull back. You're not moving your core. You're trying to keep your core, your chest, and your hip bones straight forward, and you're pulling back to the side, to the shoulder, and elbow pulls out and back down. Shoulder stays relaxed too. Give me one more, and then we're going to go back to those arms again. So remember the platter hold under the water with the bent elbows, a stagger stance. I want you to concentrate on a strong push to the floor, and I want you to stop this time when the elbows get to that 90 degrees. So just that bottom half of the arm movement. So 90 degrees down to the extended elbow. Great, let's go back and do the back muscles again. This time we're gonna alternate. So the same movement as before, but I want you to push in the center, pull back on the right, push to the center, and then pull back on the left. So the same motion, but now we just alternate the sides. This one's gonna make you move around a lot, really challenging your balance. So just, again, trying to stay grounded, that's the key. This one's really going to help to test your balance, which is in effort, is making your balance that much better. Anytime you're testing your balance, we're working on our skills to improve our balance. So a great way to get more balanced. Now let's bring our hands to the top of the board in a wide platter position. And we are going to have a gentle but firm grip on it here. And we're going to sweep it into a lazy figure 8. I want your feet wide, and I want you to sweep the board down. Keep the shoulders down, my elbows are bent, and I'm just sweeping it. And my goal is to lean into the right side and then lean into the left side. I'm using my side of the body muscles. Really focus on the whole center of the body there. We're trying to strengthen and stabilize here. So that board is moving around a bunch, causing you to be buoyant. So again, you're trying to push into it, tuck in that belly button to the spine, allow the hips to move too. Let's move along with the right foot forward in a stagger position here. We have that platter position, elbows are bent, hands are on top of the board. This one's a lunge. Now we're going to go down and up into the legs. So I want you to go down, straight down towards the floor. I want to make sure those legs are wide open enough in that stagger stance that I can go down without putting that knee too far forward of the toe. So I want it to be able to come down. The knee stays in a safe position above the toe or gently behind that toe. And we're just pushing down, using our abs, staying strong with that tall posture. Notice how the board is not being pushed and plunged down towards the floor. I'm using my legs to lower and come back up and using the board as resistance. Now try to sink just a little bit deeper if you can. Let's go back to our core. This time we're going to do rotations. And we're going to work on rotating only halfway through the motion. So I want you to start on that right arm, come across all the way to your center, and then come back to that right side. So across to the center and then back to the right. When you push across, I want you using your wide tombstone position and then gently tilt it to come back so it's easier on the back. So push across strong, pull back with a gentle tilt. And allow your hips to pivot again. Let that ankle move. Let the heel come off the floor as you pivot through. Stay on that one side for a few more. Last one on that side, and then go ahead and bring it across so we can complete the same movement on the other side. So set up your board, get your posture reset, and then push strong across with that wide tombstone. And then on the pullback, I want you to gently tilt it so that way it's a little easier on the comeback as it is for the push. The push is the focus here. Use your abs to really push that water across and rotate through your middle. Are you ready to do that move on both sides? Okay, now I want you to go all the way across, big range of motion, and then pivot the board so it sweeps like a rudder, so it changes directions to the right, and then all the way across to the left. So you're going to have to lengthen the right arm, and then lengthen the left arm, and as the right arm lengthens, the left arm bends. Those hips are going to still be very fluid, moving, rotating. The ankles are going to be moving. You might be moving around quite a bit with that. Last one, then bring that board forward right in the center, and we're going to do another set of lunges. So remember, forearms on the board, palms are gently holding onto the board there, and our shoulders relaxed, abs are braced, and keep the elbows bent so it's a submerged platter. And we're going to push down towards the floor using your braced abs. Sink down and then come up with control. I don't want you to just pop back up because that's what the board's going to do. It's going to push you back up real quick. I want you to slowly go down and slowly come back up. Work those lunges, work your balance. Let's do one more. Now keep your same foot stance here. Just lengthen your arms now. We're gonna stay grounded. And I want you to do an arm pull down, long arm pull down. So make sure you're holding onto that board. And we're gonna use your abs and pull the board all the way down towards the floor. And then let it come back up. Try not to break the surface. We're going to use those abs to pull, the shoulders to pull, the lats in the low back there are helping to pull too. Just keep that grip on the board, but it's firm yet gentle. There's a delicate spot. We don't want to overdo the wrists and the hands, but we want to make sure we have control. Last one, and then this next one I added an extra challenging one for our balance, and this can also work your hamstrings. We're going to sit on your board. I want you to sit centered in your board, tallest posture you have. If you feel like this is too challenging, stay right next to the wall, use one hand on the wall, or you can omit this one if you want to. This is working hamstrings. We are going to find our balance first, and again, if you can't add the legs, don't worry, just work your balance. If you can find your balance, I want you to squeeze the board with both legs and then extend the legs. Bend, squeeze the board with both legs, then extend the legs. Use your arms however you need to keep yourself in that upright posture. Like I said, this is a challenging one, but I know you guys can handle some challenges here and there, so I wanted to make sure I challenge you when I can. And make sure you're squeezing and focusing on the backs of those legs. Those are your hamstrings. Those are the muscles on the backs of those thighs. We want to really think of that area. Now let's change it up just a little bit. We're going to squeeze one leg at a time. So I want you to squeeze the board with one leg and extend the other one. So we're alternating. Squeeze, squeeze. So it's not just a kick, it's a squeeze. Squeeze those hamstrings. Ten seconds. Make sure you have a hold of that board as you gently step off of the board there. I don't want it to fly up and hit you, so make sure you're comfortable getting off that board. Our last set of exercises now, we're going to build the muscles in our calves. So I want you to just use your board just to support you here. You have an offset stance. I want it big enough so that way you can raise and lower your back heel as big as possible and get it down to the floor as big as possible. I want it all the way up and then all the way down. I want you to focus on your whole body feeling like it's lifting up out of the water with control and then all the way sinking back down. So feel the calf muscles. That's the muscles in the lower limb of that back leg. It is time to switch sides, so please step in. I want you to do the same thing on the other side. Again, use control, strong raise, strong all the way to the floor. We are almost done. You only have a few more to go. Hang in there. And wonderful job, everyone. Thank you for putting in so much effort today. I appreciate you joining me and hope you can join me for some more workouts in the future. A wave of applause for you. And please stretch your muscles. If you don't know how, here's a QR code. Just scan it or go to my channel and you can go right to a stretch that I have. I really appreciate you supporting my channel by liking, subscribing, and even give me comments on what you love about my workouts or maybe something you'd like to see. And then if you want these workouts ever, any of them on print, I have those available for you to use for personal use or even for instructors needing choreography for your classes. Shows you pictures and it shows you the description so you can see it and read about it. And then also, if you like exclusive content and ad-free, you can always join me on Vimeo. There's the address right there. You can always visit me at my website. Whatever you need, just, even send me a message. I'd love to have you join me for more workouts. It was great seeing you today. Have fun out there, and I'll see you soon.